Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Straight to Blu-ray. I am James, and it's been a while since I've done one of these videos, but for today, I am going to do another of my Average James 4K reviews. And for this one, we are going to go over the new Star Trek Generations on 4K. Hey guys, thanks for checking out the channel. Like I said, it's been a while since I've done any of my Average James 4K reviews. So if you've never seen one of these before, basically, I'm going to be doing a 4K review of this. I don't have the fanciest equipment. It's kind of an average person's review. I do have a 4K, obviously 4K TV. I do have a 4K Blu-ray player, and I do have Dolby Atmos surround sound, so I have that as well. Although this doesn't actually have Dolby Atmos, but I do have a surround sound system. This does include Dolby Vision and HDR for the color grading on it, but while I have a Dolby Vision TV, I don't have a Dolby Vision 4K player yet. So when I go over this, I'll have watched basically the HDR version of the film. So I'm going to go over what an average person can kind of expect if you decide you want to pick up Star Trek Generations on 4K, what you can expect to see on your television. And obviously, this is the individual copy. I didn't buy the Next Generation set, although it should be the same, basically the same disc, just different packaging. So let's go ahead and get into some of the features and how this looked on 4K. All right, so let me go over some of these special features first. I'll actually give you, show you what it looks like here. So we've got the, like I said, this is the individual copy 4K version of Star Trek Generations. And there is the back right here. Nothing too fancy. As far as the inside goes, the slipcover, or the case, is basically the same as the slipcover. And then on the inside, we have just the two discs, the 4K and the Blu-ray. No disc guard or anything on that, so nothing too fancy. Although I really do like these slipcovers. I think they're better. That's the main reason I bought them over just buying the box set, because I really like the way the slipcovers look. And I just got lucky because usually Amazon screws up the packaging one way or another for damage. I got all the Next Generation ones, all four, and they all came immaculate as far as the slipcover of the case. So I probably jinxed it for everything else I got. But for these ones, they actually came in really nice. So kind of got lucky on that. So that's the packaging on it. I'm going to go ahead and go over some of these special features. I don't think there's anything new here that was not in the previous Blu-ray. But I'll go ahead and go over what's included in it anyway, just so you know. There is a text commentary by Michael and Denise Okuda. I know the audio commentary and the text commentary is on the 4K disc. The rest of these special features are just going to be for the Blu-ray disc only. So on the Blu-ray, for the special features, you get Scoring Trek. You also get Next Generation Designer Flashback, Andrew Probert. I don't know why it says HD after all of these. I'm assuming then it just means they're in the Blu-ray HD format. So they're not super old. So all of these, well, actually most of them say HD. There's Stellar Cartography on Earth. You get that. You get Brett Spiner, Data and Beyond Part 1. You also get Trek Roundtable Generations. You get Starfleet Academy Trilithium. And then you get Library Computer. That's the only one that doesn't say HD next to it. So I don't know, I didn't actually watch any of the special features as of yet, so not too sure about that. And then it says plus over 3 hours of previously released content. So maybe those are newer stuff. All right, so like I said, this is what you get here with the packaging. I know a lot of people didn't like the Blu-ray editions of these movies. I don't remember watching the Blu-ray version, so I can't really comment on that. As far as the 4K, the visuals on this one, I think it looked really good. This is kind of when Star Trek, the Next Generation, this is their first movie, obviously. It's when I guess the powers that be decided that the power consumption on the Enterprise is just a little too high, wanted to cut the power down so it got real dark on the ship. It's like they cut, I swear, 75% of the lights on there. So it is, when they're on the ship, it can be very dark, and the 4K does a great job on the black levels there. It's definitely very black. But it can make it a little bit difficult to see some of the scenes. It's kind of hiding in the shadows, so just kind of be prepared for that. I don't think it's anything to do with the transfer. I think it's just how they filmed the movie. It's just, for whatever reason, they decided to go instead of, like if you saw the most recent Picard episode 9 from watching this, or the original Next Generation, it's all bright on the ship. Then they went to the movies and they just toned that way down, more of a darker feel to it. So you get that on there. So with this, it's going to be very dark on a lot of the scenes, especially at the beginning of the movie. The HDR I thought looked good. It's not a super bright movie, so you're not going to get this huge color pop a lot there. Uniforms look nice. When they're actually on the planet, trying to stop Soren from shooting the missile at the towards the end of the movie, I thought it looked nice. Although the planet there, I think it's Meridian 3, isn't exactly the most bright, lush planet anyway. So the colors, like I said, they did look good, but it wasn't really anything wow amazing, because there's not really just anything in the movie to make it wow amazing. So I guess the transfer didn't really have too much to do with that. But as far as for what was in the movie, I thought the color grading for the HDR looked good. Like I said, I don't have a Dolby Vision player, so I can't speak to the Dolby Vision. But for the HDR portion, I thought it looked pretty good. Like I said, dark at the beginning of the movie when they're on the ship, but overall I think the detail looked really good. There's not a lot of nastiness on there. There's not a lot of scenes where I was like ugh or anything like that. I thought it looked good. It's just a dark shot, darkly, especially on the ship. I don't know why they decided to go to that. I'm sure somebody knows why they just went way dark on that one. But yeah, that's just kind of how these are. It's probably the subsequent movies are going to be a similar situation, just really dark. As far as the audio goes, I really did like the audio. It's not a Dolby Atmos track. It's just Dolby audio. I think it's 7.1. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, 7.1 Dolby True HD. I don't really think it needed the Atmos. I thought the sound on this was really good when the bass kind of kicked in on the scenes where there was explosions, things like that. It definitely was loud. It definitely kind of rumbled through. If you're someone like me who lives in an apartment, this is one that'll piss off your neighbors a little bit if you don't turn it down. But I definitely think especially the explosions and everything sounded good. Dialogue sounded okay. Nothing that I was super impressed with. Just sounded good. But like I said, definitely the ambiance, the explosions, things like that, the rumbling definitely got my bass going up pretty good on this one. So I think for the audio, definitely sounds really good on this. So like I said, if you have neighbors, just be careful. If you're in an apartment, you might want to tone it down a little bit. I was doing the remote up down a lot from dialogue to explosion stuff. But yeah, definitely a very good audio track. Like I said, not Dolby Atmos, but I really don't think it needs it. The sound, the 7.1, I thought sounded great for this movie. So yeah, definitely is a good sounding movie. All right, guys, that is going to do it for this review. Like I said, this is just kind of an average James review, average person review. I don't get into the super technical stuff like that, because I mean, let's be honest, most people just want to put a disc in. Does it look good? Does it sound good? That's really all you want to know. So that's pretty much what I give you. If you want these super technical details and all that good stuff, probably there's some other channels you could check out. But overall, I did enjoy this disc. I think it was a really good job on the 4K upgrade on this one. Definitely think from like what I said before, people have been complaining about the Blu-ray, so I'm pretty sure this is definitely a very good upgrade from the Blu-ray. It's a great looking 4K, sounds amazing. Like I said, the Dolby True 7.1 definitely a winner. Definitely sounds great. Like I said, especially those explosions, a lot of that loud rumbling stuff like that when the ship crashes on the Meridian 3, definitely a great sound there. So if you don't own this one and you're thinking maybe I should get the Blu-ray or the 4K, I would definitely go for the 4K. Definitely think it's worth it. These aren't exactly very expensive, whether or not you want to buy the whole set all at once or individually. I think this is around maybe like even just like $19, $20 right now as far as filming this for the price. So yeah, definitely a good price. But if you want to get the set all at once, that's definitely a way to go as well. And if you are new to the channel, please think about hitting that like and subscribe button. I try to put out a couple videos each week on various movie-related topics. And leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about Star Trek Generations, and if you saw the 4K version or not, what you thought about it. All right, guys, that is going to do it. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video.